what is happening in this brutalist skyscraper complex called Center. Because this is where I am right now. We know this problem from a lot of other places in Europe. The building is rotten to its bones, especially in this area here. But in other areas, there are still affordable homes and on top, expensive penthouses. Well, 2025, here will be realized the International Center for Artistic Research. We want to develop a democratically organized association for disciplinary artistic research. European artists are invited for scholarship in exchange with the Hannover art scene. But not all is left to the future here. Already something is going on. As first tryout, only for today, solo artists, off-scene and big institutions are gathering and freezing together to pump up some life back in these walls. Let's have a look. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. I'm Nina. Who are you?
I'm Inka Grund. I'm an actress and director in the so-called off-theater scene. And we gather together in the Aufnahmezustand. It's a network for the free arts. But the funny thing is, right here at this place, more than 30 years ago, as a student, I sold shoes right here.
No way.
Yeah, this place was alive once. I mean, there were shops, people met in cafes, brought kids to kindergarten. Hard to imagine, huh?
Hard, yes. Who are you?
I'm Katrin Apelt, a cultural worker at the Intercultural Association KAGA, and I've been in the Aufnahmezustand since the beginning too. And when we talked about what we personally associate with the Zentrum, Inka and I found out that she probably sold me my first children's shoes
No
here.
way.
Yes.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
By the way, what's your size?
Oh, my size is 34.
34. Well then, I got a present for you.
Oh, wow. Thank you. This is really my kind of Ziegelstein brick. Well, thank you.
Welcome. Bye-bye.
Well, now we've seen how things were in the past. But even if it's hard now in the present, art is already spreading all over the building. If these stairs would work, for example, they would lead us to a gallery called Galerie Brutal. The name is obviously based on the architecture of this building. But yeah, because we cannot reach the gallery, the artists have brought it to us. Let's have a look.
Hooray and hooray.
Hooray and hooray.
For the fluid, the graceful, the angular, the sparkling, the flashing, the light. Hooray for everlasting architecture.
Hooray for everlasting
Architecture that bleeds, that exhausts, that whirls and even breaks. Architecture that lights up, stings, rips and tears under stress. Architecture has to be cavernous. Yes, fiery, smooth, hard, angular, brutal, round, delicate, colorful, obscene, lustful, dreamy, attracting, repelling, wet, dry, and throbbing. Alive or dead. If cold, then cold as a block of ice.
If cold, then
If
cold
hot,
as a block
then
of
hot
ice.
as a blazing wing.
Then
Architecture
hot as a blazing
must
wing.
blaze.
Architecture
I
must
like
blaze.
elements which are hybrid
Blaze.
rather than pure, compromising rather than clean, distort rather than straightforward, ambiguous rather than articulated.
Well, now we've seen how things are in the present, but let's have a look into the future. As you all know from the bid book, the investor is getting forward with this Center. He has agreed to a 10-year contract with the local art scene, building up an international center for artistic research with little galleries, solo artists, and musicians, and all the other artists that are here in this center. And oh, yeah, of course, even dancers. And the International Center for Artistic Research has also included the big cultural institutions, like the State Theatre, the State Ballet, and the State Opera. Who are you? What's your name?
I'm Clara Nadeshtin. I'm trying to rehearse here for an upcoming opera opening.
Oh, great.
Well, I mean, until someone complains, I guess. Who are you?
I am Nina.
Hi.
Hi. And, well, what was your name? Has it a meaning?
It's Nadeshtin. It's Russian and it means hope.
Ah, okay. That sounds great.
Oh, watch out. Someone's coming.
Okay. Well, thank you. Good luck for your rehearsal. Well, this brutalist architecture is not unique for Hanover. You can find it in much more cities all over Europe, even in these cities that were destroyed in the Second World War. And with that International Artistic Research Center in mind, we spoke to some artists in other countries, especially in the country where the other European City of Culture in 2025 will be, in Slovenia.
Chemometal, 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 chemometal. Chemometal je prostor. Chemometal je prostor, kjer je včasih prodajali so železo in danes je to prazen prostor. Prazen prostor, kjer brutalizem zahteva realizem vlaganja, kjer je na eni strani ostal Mercator in na drugi strani je prazno, ker ni kulture, pa bi lahko bila in tudi bo. V Novi Gorici postavljamo ekscenter. V eni drugi stavbi brutalistični postavljamo ekscenter, ki bo veliko bolj sijal, kot bi lahko sijal Chemometal. Upamo pa, da bodo enkrat, da boste sejala in sijala tale dva skupaj. Chemometal, srečno, Hannover.
Wenn es ihm nichts ausmacht, es ist mir ein Vergnügen. Ich kriege es auch nicht heraus.
Ich kriege es heraus. Wollen Sie, dass ich Ihnen helfe?
I guess we're in the rehearsal for the famous Rainer Müllers Herzstück.
Arbeiten und nicht verzweifeln. Arbeiten und nicht verzweifeln. So, das hätten wir. Aber das ist ein Ziegelstein. Ihr Herz ist ein Ziegelstein. Darf ich Ihnen mein Herz zufüßen? Wenn Sie mir meinen Fußboden nicht schmutzig machen. Mein Herz ist rein. Darf ich Ihnen mein Herz zufüßen?
Mein Herz ist rein.
Mein Herz ist rein. Das werden wir ja sehen.
Ich kriege es nicht heraus. Wollen Sie, dass ich Ihnen helfe, wenn es Ihnen nichts ausmacht? Es ist mir ein Vergnügen. Ich kriege es auch nicht heraus.
Ich werde es Ihnen herausoperieren. Wozu habe ich ein Taschenmesser? Das werden wir gleich haben.
Wozu habe ich ein Taschenmesser? Wenn wir gleich haben, arbeiten und nicht verzweifeln. Arbeiten und nicht verzweifeln. Arbeiten und nicht verzweifeln. Das hätten wir. Aber das ist ja ein Ziegelstein. Ihr Herz ist ein Ziegelstein. Aber es schlägt nur für Sie. Darf ich Ihnen mein Herz zu Füßen legen? Wenn Sie mir meinen Fußboden nicht machen, mein Herz ist rein.
Well, I think someone wants to lay its heart to someone's feet or give it to somebody, but the heart is a Ziegelstein, a brick. Ah, I think I got it. Sorry, guys. Sorry for interrupting you, but I'm here with the jury of the ECOG application, and well, I've got some questions. I've tried to interpret the scene. May I join the Agora?
Yes, of course.
Yes, thank you. So I thought about it, and I really don't know who's laying its heart to whose feet. So is that someone? Could it be that the art scene lays its heart to the investor?
No.
Wait. That's not
Really not okay. That's not the point. Okay. So maybe Hanover lays its heart to Europe, or es ist eine Position, die man nicht einnehmen kann. Aha. The heart, a beating heart for a place like this. Yes, okay.
I mean, no one is asking me, but if you would ask me, I would tell you that it's totally unreal. It's surreal to put together all these different initiatives and institutions. I mean, considering the different financial background, it is an illusion to think that we could just work together. But if I would be the investor, of course I would love to have this international center for artistic research, to have the arts here. Because just have a look at other areas. Rents are rising, gentrification leads to more expensive places, and in 1 year, no artist will be able to afford a studio here anymore. But on the other hand, what are the alternatives?
No to transformations and magic and make-believe. No to the glamour and transcendency of the star image. No to the heroic. No to the anti-heroic. No to trash imagery. No to involvement of performer or spectator. No to style. No to camp. No to eccentricity. No to moving or being moved. Life is an artwork, and the artwork is life. Everything I do is art, is art. Everything I do is art, is art. Everything I say is art, is art. I demand the principle of equal rights for all materials. Equal rights for able-bodied people, idiots, whistling, wire netting, and thought pumps. Take gigantic surfaces. Cloak them in color and shift them menacingly. Bend drilling parts of the voice infinitely together. Paste smoothing surfaces over one another. Make lines fight and caress one another in generous tenderness. Let points burst like stars among them and dance a whirling round. Bend the lines. Crack and smash angles.
Oh my God, I don't know how to fix it.
Hello, Hanover. London calling. This is Richard Walker at the Elephant Castle in London at my building by Erno Goldfinger, built between 1958 and 1964. I'm here to talk about Hanover's bid for the City of Culture in 2025, and the Immer Centre, particularly, where I've shown my work, is a building that is between creation and destruction. Now, behind me is the Elephant and Castle Shopping Centre, which is now closed, built in the 60s. So there's a big comparison there. So it is a big metaphor for the world at the moment, and especially Europe. Thank you.
So, what are we celebrating today?
Fachula hat heute Geburtstag.
It's your birthday?
Yes.
Really?
Yes,
Guys, are you serious today?
Really? I
Really?
got something for you.
It's true.
It's true. It's your birthday. So, happy birthday, Fachula. Alles Gute.
Dankeschön.
Ah, this looks good. So you guys all live here? Ihr lebt hier alle im E-Mail-Center?
Ja, wir sind Nachbarn. Wir wohnen auf einer Etage. Aber wir kennen uns schon vorher. Ich bin Deutschlehrer und wir haben uns kennengelernt. Und die schlechte Wohnsituation, in der sie waren, haben kennengelernt. Okay.
So, they're all neighbors, but they know each other before. And now they're neighbors and they're celebrating together. So, you guys were on a search for a flat. Wart ihr auf Wohnungssuche?
Ja.
Ja?
Wir haben eine Fischung eingewohnt. Das war es eng und laut. Und so hat Manfred uns seine Wohnung vermietet. Und wir kochen und wir essen zusammen. Haben zusammen wie eine WG oder Wohngemeinschaft.
Ah, okay. So these two were living in a camp for refugees. But then Wolfgang gave them his flat, and now they're neighbors and cooking together, living together, celebrating birthdays together. So, what does this building to you, Baba? Was fühlst du, wenn du hier im E-Mail-Zentrum bist?
Ja, das E-Mail-Zentrum ist mein Zuhause, in dem ich gerne wohne. Ich kann über die ganze Stadt gucken. Und meine Arbeit ist gleich um die Ecke.
Perfect. Super. So the E-Mail Center is his home, and he has a great view all over the city, and his work is nearby, so that's kind of perfect. What was the reason for you to move in here a few years ago? Warum seid ihr hierher gezogen?
Ja, wir haben eine barrierefreie Wohnung gesucht und haben sie hier gefunden, im E-Mail-Zentrum.
Und ich brauchte mehr Platz für meine Kunst. Mittlerweile sind einige Künstler ins E-Mail-Zentrum gezogen und es gibt die Kulturetage und die Galerie Brutal. Ich selbst bin in der Zukunftswerkstatt aktiv, die Ausstellungen und Konzerte veranstaltet. Und zurzeit ist ja das E-Mail-Zentrum wie eine Lehrstelle, die viel Raum bietet für Ideen und Fantasie. Und ich würde mir wünschen, dass hier einfach noch viel mehr Kunst stattfinden würde.
Well, they were searching for a flat without barriers, and Wolfgang needed space for his art. And now the E-Mail Center is kind of whole, which has much space for so much art. And they're hoping that here will happen in the future much more things. Well, guys, thank you very much, but I have to follow this lovely creature. So have a great birthday. Bye. So now we see what's going on over there. I feel familiar to this, but I don't know what Fridays for Future has to do with culture. So let me ask.
Ich weiß wirklich nicht, wo der ist. Kann mir das
Hello?
beantworten?
Hello? Who are you? What are you doing here?
We are part of the For Future movement. We fight for our planet because the ice is melting and the temperature is rising. No one seems to care. But culture is not thinkable without a future. So we want you to support our fight with all your passion and all your creativity. We want the artists for future.
Thank you very much. Now it's much more obvious to me. So no culture without future and culture for future. Yeah, so I think while the UK has left Europe and we are thinking about that it's always on risk, there are other countries who want to be part of the European Union, like Serbia in 2025.
Hannover se kandiduje da postane Evropska prestonica kulture 2025. godine, a Srbija koja se kandiduje da postane članica Evropske unije te iste godine za kulturu iz svog budžeta godišnje izdvaja manje od 1%. Ne mislim da će se status umetnika i kulturnih radnika nešto bitno promeniti ulaskom Srbije u Uniju, zato što je taj status u velikoj meri već određen jednim potpuno iskrivljenim sistemom vrednosti koji trenutno vlada svetu. Nekako smo došli do toga da je novac važniji od života, čoveka, vazduha, vode, solidarnosti, pa je tako i umetnost monetizovana i pretvorena u jednu od industrija na koju se primenjuju zakoni tržišta. Tako je sad postalo potpuno normalno da se sruši objekat koji je deo kulturne baštine i da se umjesto njega digne hotel ili shopping mall. I mislim da je neophodno da svi umetnici i aktivisti postave kao svoj zajednički cilj jednu potpunu reorganizaciju tog sistema.
Here are standing around about 40 young creative people who are already in the lucky position of using some empty rooms in the building as affordable studios. Architects, designers, scenographers, for example, lots of them at the beginning of their career. It could be a beginning of our Center of Artistic Research, of course, but firstly, we're not yet international here, and secondly, we would love to spread the age of the participants from 15 to 95 years to widen the exchange of knowledge and work. And right now, they could only stay in a studio for a maximum of 6 months. Then they have to leave, which is pretty sad.
I mean, sorry, but this could be the perfect food for the investor, as he will get a huge piece of cake here. I mean, it is exactly like I said before. We're going to place this International Center for Artistic Research, and the rents will explode. This is gentrification, I guess. But maybe it's interesting.
That is political, erotical, mystical, that does something other than sit on its ass in a museum. I am for an art that grows up not knowing it is art at all. I am for an art that embroils itself with the everyday crap and still comes out on top. I am for an art that imitates the human, that is comic if necessary, or violent, or whatever is necessary. I am for all art that takes its form from the lines of life itself, that twists and extends and accumulates and spits and drips and is heavy and coarse and blunt and sweet and stupid as life itself. I am for an art that spills out of an old man's purse when he is bounced off a passing fender. I am for the art out of Doggy's mouth, falling 5 stories from the roof.
I think this is where we can get an image of the so-called street art festival, where walls and floors and shops will be like beamer screens for movies and stuff like that. Of the busy dancers. She is leading us to the Imeplatz. Come in, which was a crowded marketplace 20 years ago, but now it's a dead, closed place where nothing happens. So let's see if we can now see the beating heart at itself. So, dear jury, no more words to lose here. I say thank you to all companies, institutions and inhabitants who were gathering for a first tryout here. And with that amazing view from above, we hop into the second break, in which you will meet some chat partners to talk about the future of arts and cooperation in this building. See you in 50 minutes.